Hammer Maniacs, what's up? It's been a while since I've done one of these from a resistance training day, so I figured it's about time. So, got some information for you. Legs are getting stronger. I'm probably going to do a 5K at the end of this month, the start of the Kannapolis Run Series. I got a 10K with my cousin next month, and of course I've got my PT test coming up in June. I've been training hard to get my legs stronger, so hopefully I can pass the run, because I don't have an orthopedic doctor or a cardiologist anymore, so the waiver situation is a little thin. So I've got a primary care physician, and I'm not looking for a waiver. I'm looking to try to challenge myself to pass that run. That's my New Year's resolution, so we got that. Now, what I found, by the way, I'm back from exile. I'm working back on the floor, which is great. It's nice to have some socialization again. It's nice to be able to actually go to work and be productive and do some things. But I don't know exactly what conked it out. It corresponded with going to that office. I'm serious about trying to pass that run, so I've been changing up my diet, trying to lose some weight. Well, I haven't been very successful. I packed on some weight around the midsection while I was in the office. Even though I was exercising and walking, it's just not the same as being active all day. And so now I'm trying to change up my diet. I mean, it used to be you could quit drinking soda for a month and you lost 10 pounds, Well, I've changed up my diet a lot more drastically than that, and I just haven't been able to move that scale. So it was time for me to go in and see my doc at the VA. You got to see him at least once a year. Scheduled that, went in, requested they do some labs, and they did. And I found out that my testosterone is significantly low. Shocker, I'm 49 years old. I guess low T can happen just about any time, but the low number on your testosterone is supposed to be around 250, and I know for years I was just on the other side of low. It didn't matter, as long as I was in the regular range. Well, now I'm not. My number now is 171. Here's another thing I found out, guys. So if you're like me, if you're getting older and these things are starting to show up, hormonal changes and things like that, or if you're a younger guy, because it happens to younger guys too, and you're worried about your T, primary care physicians are scared to death to treat low testosterone. I found that out from discussing that with some good fellows that come to work in my unit. They, primary care physicians is kind of like when ladies have to talk to their primary care about hormonal changes. They just don't know what to do, and they're scared to treat it. They do know what to do, but there's a lot of side effects, and there's things that could go sideways if they do treat it, so they just are paralyzed by fear. So what they recommended is that I talk to an endocrinologist, which I've put in a request for a consult to an endocrinologist, get my testosterone back up so that I can pass this. But I just want you to understand that, okay? So not only have I had the wreck, and I've been rehabbing back from all these ridiculous accidents and strengthening my leg and learning how to run again and walking a lot and all this stuff, lifting and going and doing. But now it's like I've been swimming against the tide or swimming upstream, whatever analogy you want to use, for probably, I'm going to say at least 6 months. At least 6 months. Okay? So I'm hoping to change that. But guys, you got to talk about it. You got to have your information. If you don't know what your numbers are and you feel like you're having trouble, if you're doing things and you're not losing weight, there's 1,000,001 things on the internet, on Facebook. They're going to tell you how to do this diet and what foods are going to kill this and kill that. But at the end of the day, if your testosterone's low, if your hormone is low, the majority of that is not going to help you a ton. So know your numbers, know your health. If something feels like it's changed drastically and it feels like it's wrong and the stuff you used to do, you're not getting the same results, maybe it's time to go sit down and figure it out. Anyway, it put a little dent in my bumper for about a day. I went down to do my Friday workout when I found out, and it was just kind of, I was right there. My discipline was in effect. I was ready to go, but I just kind of got depressed, and I was like, man, I'm swimming against the tide. I'm never going to make it back to shore. I'm never going to make it upstream. Whatever, like I say, whatever analogy you want to use. And it just kind of, it took the fire out of me that morning, but I shook it off, as I knew I would, and I kept talking to myself, my internal dialogue, saying, it doesn't matter what the numbers are, you got to keep doing the things every day that make you you. So I did. I just got done rocking out shoulders and arms and abs. Did a smoke session on the bag. I picked up my Friday workout on Saturday. Now, I gave myself a little bonus because this was supposed to be the 10K practice weekend. So what I did is I did my Friday, which is the cornucopia workout, which is shoulders and arms, chest, back, and abs. And then I got on the treadmill for about 4 miles worth with a warm-up and a cool-down. So anyway, so I missed Friday, but I made it up plus on Saturday. So you just got to keep moving. The things that happen, you just got to keep moving, okay? So listen, be smart out there. Wash your hands. If you're around sick people, get some personal space. If you're supposed to be isolating yourself, isolate yourself. Kind of like they said, The problem for me is if I got coronavirus, I have no doubt I would be fine. I have no doubt the kids would be fine. We would shake it off. We would certainly have the mild variant. But my lovely wife, Michelle, has chronic low white blood cell counts, so I don't want to bring it home and share it with her. So be smart. Wash your hands. Take appropriate precautions, but don't panic and don't be scared to death. This is another virus. We've encountered a gazillion of them in our lifetimes. We lived through H1N1, the bird flu, SARS, MERS, all this kind of garbage. In fact, the CDC, back when I was first starting out in nursing, had announced that the swine flu had morphed with the bird flu and that it was going to be the most dangerous strain ever. And it went away. You didn't even hear anything about it. And, I thought it was kind of one of the cooler ones because it had the best name. Think about it. The swine flu morphed with the avian flu. You could call it the bacon and eggs flu. No? When pigs could fly flu. I like that one, when pigs could fly flu. So, there's all kinds of deadly strains out there. The when pigs could fly flu was just one of them, and it didn't really do much. And, so just be smart. Wash your hands. Don't be around sick people. Don't transmit it to yourself through the oral fecal route. Be smart. You don't got to be all crazy. It's just nothing but a thing, baby. This is life. Have a good day, Amormaniacs. There's going to be bumps in the road. People are going to put dents in your bumper. Life is going to put dents in your bumper. You just got to keep being you. Keep on moving on, and get some information. And if you need help, like I do right now, I need some help from an endocrinologist. Look for some help. Take care, guys. Have a good day. Be blessed. Adios.